Chapter 1 Limits and Continuity. Actually, there are three techniques in this chapter. First, factor and reduction. This one is the example question. We open the x squared minus 9 into factor and cancel each other. And finally, we sub the x with 3 and we will get answer. Second, multiply by conjugate and reduction. This one is the example question. First, we multiply by conjugate and try to solve it. And then sub x equal to 4 into x. And finally, we will get answer. Third, L'Hospital rule. What is L'Hospital rule? L'Hospital rule apply differentiate in limit and continuity by series if question is fraction. This one is the equation for L'Hospital rule. The question by using the L'Hospital rule, we do the differentiation by series and then we will get the answer. This one is the second example. We can open it like this. By using the L'Hospital rule, we do the differentiate and sub the 4 into the x. Finally, we will get answer. Sometimes, we must use the L'Hospital rule 2 times, 3 times, and so on. This one is the example question. We do the differentiation first time, but still cannot solve the question. So, we must do the second time. And finally, we will get answer. Actually, there are same question but using different method. You can compare it. Next, we will do revision about continuity. This is the example question. First, we can find out the limit before x equal to 2 and after x equal to 2. We turn it into factor and cancel it. We will get answer 4. Yes, the answer is equal, but it is not present. It is continue when x equal to 2. It is because the question is given that when x equal to 2, y equal to 5. Hence, it is not exist.
Okay, everyone. Now I'm going to teach you how to solve this question. The question is, find the equation of the tangent to the curve x squared plus 3y squared minus 2xy equals to 19 at the point 2, 3. Okay, first of all, I'm going to write out the equation. Okay, we're going to do an implicit function. We're going to do it. Going to solve, going to differentiate. Going to differentiate this part. After that, going to classify these two dydx into the part, and then the normal one to this part. To bring this here, bring this over here. After that, we're going to factorize out this dydx, put it behind, okay. So going to you want to find dydx, and then you're going to bring this one over here. So then going to factorize, because it's not in the simplest form. Okay, going to the final answer is this, the simplest form is this. Then going to when at point 203 sub 203 into dy dx. This means this dy dx going to sub the y and x from this point into this dy dx. So it's going to become 1 9 3 plus 3 times 3 is 9, 9 minus 2 is 7. So this dx is equivalent to m. Okay, after we find out the gradient, going to equation of the tangent line at point 2, 3, going to use this formula and we write out the equation at y1. This y is 3, this m is from this m, x is from this 2. Going to multiply this into this. After that, bring this minus 3 over here. It's 1907. Okay. After that, this is going to make it equivalent by times 7. Then come after that, bring this one over here because we want to find the tangent. And this is the answer. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. So this is the questions for the chapter 3 revision. Yeah, chapter 3 revision. So this question is basically will be the rate of change. This is the questions of rate of change. So let's see into this big question. This question will probably like 25 marks like that. So it's a long question, right? So now we will look into this question, right? So the question is, two parallel sides of a rectangle respectively lengthen at the rate of 2 cm per second, while the other two parallel sides shorten such that the area of rectangle is always 50 cm square. If at any time t, the length of each lengthening side and shortening side are x and y respectively, with p as the perimeter of the rectangle, show that. So this is the ABC. The question is this one, right? So okay, so for this type of question, basically we need to draw out the shape of the diagram so that we only can know what type of question that we are dealing with. So now the question is given that the x and y is lengthened at a rate of 2 cm per second, while the other parallel sides is shortened. So it means that this is I draw out. So this is the rectangle, right? So if this is x and this is y, so it means that the x will increase 2 cm and y will decrease 2 cm as the time going lah. So now for a dp dt, we need to show that dp dt is equal to 4 bracket 1 minus y over x. So how we get until this formula? Yeah, so this question, it will be like that. So it's given that so we just write down the information that they give to us. So lengthen at the rate of 2 cm per second, it means that dx dt is equals to 2, right? Dx dt equals to 2, and for area, given area is 50 cm square. Okay, and from here, from this diagram, we can see that the perimeter is equals to 2x plus 2y. Yeah, 2x plus 2y. So now we get until the basically the information that given. So now we're going to solve for this question. Yeah. So area is 50 cm square. If this one, it means that xy is equals to 50, right? Xy equals to 50. So now we differentiate this equation. So we will get until x dy dx plus y1 equals to 0, right? So we get until this, and then it means that dy dx will equals to negative y over x. So after we get until this formula, so dy dx equals to negative y over x. Now we want to calculate for this question. dp dt equals to 4 bracket y 1 minus y over x. Yeah. So to do this question, we can use the information that already given, which is the parameter is equals to 2x plus 2y. So from here we can get until, if we differentiate this, we will get until dp dt, right? dp dt is equals to 2 dx dt plus 2 dy dt, yeah. So we get until this one. So for dx dt, we already got the information given. Dx dt is equals to 2, so we just sub inside here. And then we plus 2 dy dt. So for dy dt is the dy dx times dx dt, right? So we can do this one. So for the further one, we will get until plus 2 dy dx. What is dy dx? dy dx is this one, right? This one is already got. So it's this one, and then the times dx dt given is 2. So we will get until 4 1 minus this one. So this is A. A is done. Alright? A is done. So we can do this. So for the B, we find the area of change in perimeter when x is equal to 5 cm and y equals to 5 cm. So this is basically two different questions, right? So they want first condition x equals to 5 cm and another condition y equal to 5 cm. So to find this 5 cm, we need to sub our value into x equals to 50 because we already got the formula given, right? So when x equals to 5, so we just sub inside here. 5y equals to 50, so y equals to 10. So when when x equal to 5, then y will be equal to 10, right? So it means that if we sub into the dp dt, because they want to have rate of change in perimeter, so we want to find dp dt. So want to find the dp dt, now we can sub inside here, so we will get until 4. So dp dt is here 4, 1 minus 10 over 5, so it's basically 1 minus 2, right? So we will get until negative 4. And when y equals to 5, so x will become 10, right? So if x equals to 10, means that our dp dt will equals to 4, 1 minus here, so we will get until 2. So in the first condition, x equal to 5, we will get until dp dt equals to negative 4. And if y equals to 5 cm, then the second condition for the dp dt will get until number 2. We will get until 2. So so now basically for the question B is already solved because there is no further question below, yeah. So now we can proceed to question C. So this is the answer for dp dt for these both condition. So now number C, show that the perimeter, here a bit more clearer. So now show that the perimeter of rectangle is the least when x equal to y equals to 5 square root 2. So the question is stated that is the least. Is the least means that they want minimum, value of minimum. So to calculate the value of minimum and show that the perimeter, so it related to the perimeter. So we can use this one. We can use this formula. So p equal to 2x plus 2y. So now p equals to 2x plus 2y. Okay, for this one p equals to 2x plus 2y. Okay, if the show that the perimeter rank is at least, so we get dp dx is equals to 2 plus 2 dy dx, and for this one we will get until dy dx because dy dx is this one, the area, dy dx we will get until negative 50 over x squared. This one is area, this one is area, this is for area, and this one is for perimeter. So we need to do both of them, so that we only can know that the perimeter of rectangle is the least. So this is the condition. So for further differentiation, so after we get until this value, so now we need to calculate the minimum value for dp dx. So when dp dx equals to 0, it means that here equals to 0 means that dy dx at here will become negative 1, and in the meantime it also got the value of this one, right? So we need to find the x value. So x will be x squared will be 50, and x will be 5 over 2, right? So okay, so when we get until the value of x equals to 5 square root 2, which is shown in here, then it means that we are doing the correct thing, right? So when x equals to 5 over 2, okay, our d square dp d square p dx square, we will get 2 at here, which is here, we will get this value. Okay, so basically in this function, this formula, we know that it will be we get until bigger than minimum. So p is minimum, x equals to 2, which is equals to 1. Basically it fits to question we are doing. So thank you. Chapter 3 revision. So at the back still continue with the 2 questions. Also very much. Good morning everyone. So welcome to the chapter 3 revision. So this is the question, one of the examples of this question for the chapters. So let's look into the question. A closed rectangular box has a base with a length twice its width, and the total surface area of the box is 300 cm squared. If the width of the base of the box is x cm and the volume of the box is v cm cubed, show that a v equals to 100x minus 4 over 3 x cubed. So basically this question is a big question, right? Because it got 3 questions at here, 3 sub questions at here. So for this question, we'll try and do and see. So the first step that we need to do is we need to draw a rectangular box come out, so that we only can picturize the question, right? So it's stated that the base is and its length is twice its width, so that this one means that if here is x, okay, then it will be 2x, right? So this is the rectangular box, right? So this is our height. The height is not given, and we'll find it later. So this is a rectangular box, right? So for the given area of the box is 300 cm squared. So we write that given area equals to 300 cm squared. So we need to find the area for this rectangular box. So we need to calculate the area for each side of this rectangular box. Yeah. So it will be the 300 equals to area of this each side of this rectangular box. So it will be 2x cubed, because 2x multiple x is 2x cubed, and this got one side and two side, got two side, right? Got both sides. So this one, and then we plus this xh, and in front and at the back, so we got 2. So, and then for this side one, 2x multiple h, yeah, this one also h, right? So 2x multiple h, and then you need to times 2 because got both side, right? So you will get 2x h. So it become 2x squared plus xh plus 2xh, because the 2 can factorize out, right? It's 300. So now we basically can do this, and then you get 300 multiplied by 2, so you get 2x squared plus 2x plus 2xh. Okay, so we can do this. Okay, so after that we need to calculate for the h value, right? We need to calculate for the h value. Okay, so this one we can multiply this up, right? Multiply this up, right? And h will become, okay, divided by 3x. So this is the formula for h. Okay, and then now instead that the A question, v equals to 100x minus 4 over 3x cubed. So now, so given the formula is v, so we need to look at the volume for this the formula for this volume of this rectangular box. Sorry, so this v will become v equals to the formula of this rectangular box, 2x square h, sorry, 2x square h. So we just sub this one into here, so we will get until 2x square 3x, right? So we'll get into this formula. Okay, so further calculate, it will get until 100x minus 4 over 3 x cubed. Yeah, so same this one, and here the question is the same, so we get until A. So now we are going to get B. Question B, find the length, width and height of the box when its volume is largest. Okay, so now going to look at this formula. So we need, the first step that we need to do is we need to differentiate this formula, right? So differentiate, we will get, so the formula is v equals to 100x. So we differentiate it, it will become 100 minus 4x squared. Alright, so we can do this one. So this is the differential formula, and then to determine the volume is largest, so it means that we need to find the maximum volume. So we need to get v is equals to 0, so this one. So now we can calculate the value for the x, right? So 4x squared equals to 100, x squared equals to 25, and x equals to 5. So now we can do x equals to 5. So now we further differentiate this one, v primes. Now we get until this one, right? So now we sub this x equal to 5 into this one, so we will get until 5 equals to -40, which means that this value is smaller than 0. If this value is smaller than 0, then the value of this v will become maximum. V is maximum. When x equals to 5. So now we get until this question for question B. Answer for question B. V is maximum when x equals to 5, right? So now we're going for the C. Sketch the graph V against x. So now we're going to sketch the graph come out for this diagram. Okay. So now we're going for the question C, right? Sketch the graph V against x. So now for the question B, we already got until x is equals to 5, right? So now we just sub this x equal to 5 into here. So we will get until length is equals to 5, and then length is equal to 10, right? 10, and then width is equals to 5, and height is equals to just sub inside here. So we're going to sub the x equals to 5 into this here, right? So we'll get until 150 minus 5 square over 3 5. So we'll get until height is equals to 20 over 3. Okay, so when calculate for the V max, so we'll get until the largest volume for this rectangular box. V max means that the largest volume for this rectangular box. So we apply it into the formula. The length, the width, and the height volume for this maximum rectangular volume. So we will get until this one, right? We'll get until this volume. Actually, it's will be this one, like this. So now for the question C. Question C, sketch graph V against X, right? This one. We need to sketch this one. So for question C, now we just plot the graph come out. V. This one x-axis. Okay, so be like this. Volume will be x and y, right? So x is 5, y is h, right? Y is h, so we'll get until the volume of this one. Okay, remember this one, you need to calculate it out. Okay, so this is the graph for this question. So here is one of the example for this chapter 3. Thank you.
Okay, sekarang kita akan buat revision pasal chapter 4. So soalan pertama kita buat menggunakan substitution method. Soalannya 5 kosnya. Okay, first kali kita substitution method, kita let u dalam ni, let u equal to 5x tolong 4. Lepas tu kita differentiate dia, dapat du dx equal to 5. Lepas tu kita jadikan dx ni sebagai dia punya topik subjek, dx equal to du over 5. Lepas tu kita salin balik soalan 5 cos. Yang ni U ganti dengan ni tadi, du over 5 ni ganti dengan dx ni tadi. So kita integrate cos ni, dapat sin. 5 ni hilang sebab ni cancel dengan ni. So differentiate cos U dapat sin U. So kita ganti balik U ni dengan yang ni 5x per 4. So dapat sin 5x per 4. So kita ganti X ni dengan nilai yang ni 1 dengan kosong. So sin 5 buat masuk 1 ni dengan kosong. So kita kira-kira, kita akan dapat total jawapan 0.0872. And the last question, kita guna integrate by partial fraction soalan ya. So equation ni kita factorize kan ni jadi x tambah 1 x tambah 3. So equal to ini partial fraction a plus b. Yang ni ambil balik yang ni, yang b ni ambil balik yang ni. Okay. So yang ni bawa pergi sini semua. So dia akan dapat x plus 3, x plus 1 ni sebab dia cancel dengan yang ni. Yang ni x plus 3 dia cancel dengan ni, so dia dapat x plus 1 je. And then kita assume dia punya x ni untuk dapatkan total a dengan b. So ini assume x tolak 3, x tolak 3. So dia akan dapat 1 sama dengan negatif 2b. So jadikan b ni dia sama dengan negatif 1 per 2. Yang ni pula x sama dengan negatif 1. So dia akan jadi kosong. So dia akan dapat 1 sama dengan 2a. So a sama dengan 1 per 2. Okay. Pada part tu kita ganti balik nilai ni ke dalam ni, so jadi 1 per 2 ini tolak 1 per 2 yang ni darab ni tadi kan. And then so nak mudahkan kita buat keluar ni dulu, 1 per 2 ni 1 per 2. Lepas tu buat macam biasa. And then dah kali kita integrate ni. Yang ni 1 per ni integrate dia akan dapat ln x ni. So darab 1 per 2 ni dia macam ni, dapat je ni. Yang ni pun integrate ni dia akan dapat ln x tambah 3 darab ni macam ni. So final answer is this. Okay, soalan kedua kita gunakan integrate by part. Soalan dia part x eksponen part x dx. So first sekali kita bawa keluar 4 ni nak bagi easy kita punya jalan kira. So kita let u x sebab kita guna susunan yang low pad tu, yang ln polinomial eksponen dengan trigo. So sini kita jumpa polinomial dulu. So kita let u sama dengan x. Dan selebihnya dv equal to d eksponen per x. So kita differentiate du differentiate x ni dapat 1. So kita integrate eksponen per x ni dapat eksponen per x per 4. So ini tukarkan du sama dengan dx. So yang ni masukkan dalam formula ni, formula yang ni fx equal to vu minus integrate v du. Okay. Yang 4 ni yang tadi kat luar ni tadi. So yang ni kita buat ni, yang ni u darab v minus integrate v du. Du ni kita dah ni, so jadi dx. So yang ni darab ya. Ni kita bawa keluar 1/4 untuk mudahkan kita. So ni dapat macam ni. So kita integrate ni dapat eksponen 4x/4. So kita salin balik yang ni tadi. So the final answer is x eksponen 4x tolak eksponen 4x/4 tambah c. Sebab 4 ni hilang, sebab cancel dengan ni, cancel dengan ni. So the final answer is this.
Now I'm going to show the example from chapter 5. Example 1. Differentiate the following expression with respect to x. Y equal to inverse secant times e to the power of 3x. Step 1. Let y equal to inverse secant u and u equal to e to the power of 3x. According to a formula, differentiate inverse secant u, you'll get 1 over modulus u times square root u square minus 1 times du over dx. Differentiate e to the power of 3x, you'll get 3 times e to the power of 3x. Hence, sub the value into the equation and you will get this equation. Cancel off e to the power of 3x and you get the answer. Example 2. Solve the following integration. Integrate dx over 4 plus 9x squared. First, we can simplify it into this equation. And then let u equal to 3x, du over dx equal to 3, du equal to 3 dx, and dx equal to 1 over 3 du. Hence, sub dx equal to 1 over 3 du and 3x equal to u into this equation. By using the formula, we will get this equation. Next, times 1 over 3 into the equation. Finally, we will get this answer.